right, all right. Hey, hey, welcome back. All right, so Libras, let's do a little peek. Obviously, we're still rocking this backdrop just a little because we're right in the middle of our full moon today. Okay, so we just did a Virgo video and Virgo ended up with Earth Magic. Hang on, anytime that happens where like I get a card out of a same deck that's like immediately the same one, I always do a second shuffle. Courage, strength, force, fierceness, family, and thus is fearless and removing obstacles. Okay, so hang on. I wanted this storyline to be a touch base on Libra and whomever they think of, whomever is on Libra's mind. And the energy here, by the way, that's card 2 and card 26. We have the word fearless on both of them. So we could have two characters that clash a little bit. I will also say, granted, this is not like the strength card exactly out of the tarot deck. It is, but it's card 2, whereas the strength card is either card 8 or 11. Normally, in most tarot decks, the justice card is 11, the strength card is 8. Sometimes they invert those. And so I'm just kind of pointing out, although here it's an oracle deck, so they call it card 2. But we have the lion with the feminine here, which is what we normally see on a strength card. And like I said, strength and justice are oftentimes flip-flopped. So I'm just going to say we have powerful Libra coming in right out of the gate through my interpretation. By the way, somebody could wear like really ornate jewelry, like filigree, kind of like very beautiful. It's either that the lion has a beautiful necklace on that's draping over her, or she has like a very ornate headdress. But I'm picturing like big earrings, big, like something that's drippy gold, quite lovely. There's intricacy here. And I would just say that with this fierceness, with this courage, with this, these are two people that are like alphas. I feel like two people could be great together. Okay, we have a King of Swords and we have the moon sideways. So we know that the moon energy is impacting Libra heavily, but Libra could be dealing with a fellow Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Hang on. What is the awareness between two people? Page of Swords. Okay, two people are thinking heavily about each other, spying on each other, checking one another out. They both have the courage to say, I know I need to talk to you, or I know that I got to check it up and see how you are. 8 of Swords, King of Cups. This could be a same-sex couple. We have two kings going on here. Or like I said before, because they're both fearless and they're both in similar energy and they both could be alphas, we could simply be saying, regardless of gender, and I never read for genders anyway, but this could be two people that are both every bit as, like powerful in thinking about each other right now. And there's certainly one has a lot of emotions, but whomever is in the King of Cups energy, this could be that Libra's dealing with a masculine or a feminine water sign, or it could simply represent that we've got somebody who, as fearless as they are, they're still perhaps out of respect saying, I'm trying to decide if I should reach out. I can't help but look Libra up. Libra and another person are definitely looking each other up right now, or they're definitely both trying to figure out what the other one is doing. We literally have them spying on Libra. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to say Libra is coming out as a King of Swords and as the Justice card. And I feel as if we have somebody that is taking a moment and checking up on Libra's social media, wondering, but still feeling like I don't, it's not that I'm scared to reach out to Libra. It's that I'm still pondering, is this a good idea? I have all these emotions, but do I display all of those emotions? Do I tell Libra everything I'm thinking and feeling? Is this two people that are apart, or is this two people that are actually like kind of together? We have the Lovers card. Look, whether they're apart or together, their hearts are not apart. This is a kind of a difficult one to read because I'm like, are they within kissing distance of one another's lips? And this is two people that are both thinking heavily about each other. And like this one is kind of scared to tell Libra, like, I love you. Is that what this is? And it's like, I'm looking at Libra and wondering, should I tell him I'm in love with you? This could be two people that are dating, but it's like, are we ready to say the L word? On the other hand, this could be two people that are at quite a distance. And it's like, could I reach out? I don't want to trespass on Libra, and I'm trying to figure out, does Libra want to hear from me? We have the Magician. I keep feeling like we have a character, by the way, they're shifting from a King of Cups into possibly like a Virgo Gemini. And we did have Gemini here as well. What is their big hang up? Because here they are trying to manifest or trying to figure out, is it rude of me to reach out to Libra, or could I do that? Is it too much to ask Libra to love me, or should I do that? The Eight of Swords, the only thing holding them back is they're saying, if I put Libra in a position where then they're going to have to respond to me, reply to me, and tell me the truth one way or the other. Do they like me too? Do they love me too? When you say you love somebody, the expectation is that, they either say, thanks, and you're like, okay, or it's putting them on the point of having to say, in response, like, I'm ready to say I love you also. It almost feels like what their hesitancy is I don't want to put Libra on the spot. But now let's say this is a story where these two have not been in contact. And this is somebody who's like, look, I'm certainly brave enough to reach out to Libra. But if I do, and it turns out to be a bad move, because I'm not reaching out to be Libra's friend. Okay, here's the thing. If this is two people in separation, this King of Cups is not going to be reaching out because they want to be palsy-walsies. They're reaching out because they want Libra to be their lover. They want to manifest everything. And this is kind of like, if I shoot my shot now and Libra's like, oh, no, thanks, then that's it. I cannot approach Libra again. It'll be a one and done. So that's the only thing holding them back. It's not fear per se. It's more like, I'm going to be putting Libra on the spot with me saying something to them. And I'm trying to read the room before I even do this. Courage isn't the problem. It's almost out of respect. And it's also just contemplating the outcome of their actions and what those outcomes could be. Six of Wands in the reverse, they're already facing the fact that it could hurt really bad if Libra either doesn't say I love you in return, or if this is, a relationship where somebody's trying to get back on track with Libra and Libra might shoot them down and be like, nope, sorry, not interested. That's something that they're already dealing with. It's like, this is somebody who prepares themselves for worst case scenario by first saying, okay, in the event worst case scenario occurs, can I handle it? Because I have to be able to handle it if the worst case occurs. That kind of makes sense to me, that this is really why they're still sitting and contemplating. Hermit. There's certainly in their kind of thoughtful energies right now, they're certainly thinking long and hard about, what they either want to say or what they, it's somebody who's withdrawn at the moment. They could be a Virgo. Queen of Cups. Look, any way they slice it, no matter how long they sit and they think about this, I think the emotions are still the same for them. They know that they want Libra to be their other half in a loving relationship. And there's no amount of time that's going to pass that's going to change that. They're a King of Cups wanting a Queen of Cups, and they are kind of like hoping and praying, am I wrong, or would Libra want to be that with me too? Is this, God, okay, so it's about marriage. It's crazy because we had a marriage also in the Virgo video. And it feels like we're getting to that point in time where we need to just find out, is this going to be you and me forever? Because something says there's a fearlessness on both people's part. Now is time to just go ahead and address it. If this is going to be love, or if this is a time for two people to get back together. Okay, High Priestess and the Sun. Here's basically the High Priestess is heavily associated with the Moon as well. And then the Sun. So we have the masculine feminine dynamic here. We also, on those first two cards, had the masculine and feminine dynamic. We've seen them as masculine and feminine. I'm going to say that these two are a fabulous complement to each other. And there's this deep understanding that, look, Libra's my other half. Libra's my person. At least from my perspective, Libra is my complement, and I'm sure of that. This is what the Moon is bringing up for them right now. I'm aware that there's nobody else out there but Libra. I don't know. There's something here about, I don't know if somebody travels quite a bit. And I just say that because we have this nomadic individual who's traveling. That could be Libra travels for work a ton, or they travel for work a ton. But there could be something where it's like, I've traveled enough the world to know the difference. I know that Libra is so important to me There's nobody else out there like Libra. Okay, let me just get one more here for maybe the energy on Libra. Hanged Man. Either Libra has been poised for some period of time and been saying, I know that there's an unfinished symphony here with us. 6 of Coins. I kind of think Libra has been quietly waiting to hear from this person, is what I would say. Libra has been quietly waiting, even here, mouth is closed and just standing there. I don't know why Libra would be waiting to hear from them necessarily, but we certainly see them aware that this person, we have the Leo energy here. Again, another lion coming in. This is a strength card, or here they call it force. And it's very much like lion tamer, circusy energy. I'm wondering if Libra is saying they've needed to tame their own like energy. They've needed to harness how they feel so they can talk to me. I know we're equally as strong, but the Last Judgment and the 9 of Cups, I kind of feel like for Libra, I don't know, maybe this person has like a more forceful and ferocious energy to them or something. And Libra's like, look, I'm equally as strong, but if they were trying to overpower at some point in time, that's not going to fly. If we're going to get back together, this is kind of the last opportunity for them to show me that something has shifted and changed. But it's so interesting because if the question mark of sincerity, look, this person's always been super sincere is what it says. But if they came on too strong, I don't see their feelings are any less strong. I feel like they're very confident about how much they care about Libra, which looks like a good thing. So this question mark of either this is about Libra saying they needed to be strong enough to stay permanently and not have these clashes. Myself and them together, we clash, but there's strong desire, but they need to be strong enough to not like walk away if we have clashes. Something along the lines of, we need to get to a place of stability. And this is kind of our final opportunity. There is something here with the Judgment card. This is all about reconciliation. It absolutely is. But there's also this energy of transformation. Some things, we could have such a good time together. This could be so beautiful. We can have such a strong bond. Yes, we're both alphas. I fully accept that. But we have to be alphas who, maybe Libra has started to see this person as an alpha. Like, I get it. They are my equal. They are just as strong as me. I have to treat them in that way as well. And so sometimes we will clash. But if our objective is to make each other happy, then we could be so good together. Look, this is two people who will, they're freaking titans, right? Libra and this person, they are both titans. They are not fragile flowers. They are not individuals that have weak opinions about anything. Libra and this person both have strong personalities. And there's this sense of awareness that is partly what makes us potentially amazing together. But we do have to get this thing back on track. Universe, do you want to weigh in with a final message for the overview of this story? The universe is like, honestly, if you're going to have two people running an empire, which you want for the sake of balance, you both have to let each other, run the empire together. The chance for great happiness, the chance to cross that moat and go to the castle and have the happily ever after is so attainable right now. Any advice for them on, reaching out to each other and reconciling? Because this is very much a story of reconciliation with that Judgment card. 9 of Sacred Circles. Recognize that each one of you has an incredible amount of personal, abundance that you bring to the table, and you both want to be respected. That seems to be the underlying message. And maybe I do think these two are explosive together, because we are inside of a volcano in this card, and we've got this phoenix rising from the ashes within the volcano. I think these two have needed to be able to see each other like, okay, hang on, you're a warrior, I'm a warrior. You have tons of life experience you fought long and hard for. You want to be respected. I want to be respected. We are equals in every way. So, as long as we can give one another that respect that we also would like to receive, oh man, these two could have each other's back through, you know, hell and high water. They will be so amazing together. But it is time for two titans to actually say, I already know. I know what you are. I know, what you are to me. But we definitely have one person who's thinking about this, saying, if I reach out and Libra doesn't want to connect with me, then I'm going to have to go ahead and tap out, because that's them saying I'm not interested. So I I kind of think it's going to be them reaching out, but I don't know. Libra could choose to reach out as well. It just says the only concern is one or the other. This will be the final time. If one or the other reaches out and the other one doesn't respond, that's it. It's game over on this one, because we saw the last judgment. It's like, I'm not going to hound you. I've got my pride too. If you don't want me, I understand. I'll let you go. But on the other hand, man, I think both of them are on the same page. They're both such powerful energies. They could be really, really, really good together in this story. But they will have to manage their power. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.